Yo, what's up? Today I'm gonna go through my trade recap of the day, and we made a little calm $969 on the day. Um, so this was across two accounts. It was across my live account with Alpha, and it was also across one eval. So yeah, so this trade was taken on two accounts. That's why it's $969. Okay, let's do the trade recap right now. By the way, don't mind the emojis right here. This is the reason why I won today, so don't don't fucking mind. Alright, so coming to the day, I had a bearish bias. And the reason why I had a bearish bias was if you look at the forward time frame, you can see that we're pretty much like inversing all of the bullish gaps right here. For example, right here we invert this bearish gap, this bullish gap, my bad. We invert this bullish gap, and then we low-key like boom, retrace into this gap where we tested this, and boom, we went lower. So the levels I marked out for today was this 4 hour gap. There was this 4 hour gap. Wait, there was this 4 hour gap that I marked here, right here. There was also, if I'm not wrong, there was a 1 hour. Yeah, there was this 1 hour fair value gap. As you can see right here, there was this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So I was pretty bearish right when market opened, even though I wanted price to go to these 4 hour gaps. But I guess we just ended up being bearish today. So market open, market open at 9:30. Boom, look at what happened. We retrace into this 50-minute gap and we go lower. And we had news at 10 a.m. If I'm not wrong, we had news at 10 a.m. So I wasn't going to take any trades before the 10 a.m. news. So I waited for 10 a.m. news, and once 10 a.m. news dropped, we had this drop right here, and then 10 a.m. news drop, boom, it was right here, it was on the candle, and we fucking dump, fucking dump. And the first trade I took was actually based off of this 5-minute inverse. We invert this 5-minute right after tapping this gap right here. I think it was a 50-minute gap if I'm not wrong. It was a 50-minute gap, yeah. So we tapped into this 50-minute gap, and I low-key wanted to take some shorts, but I had to wait for news to drop. So I waited for news to drop, and I saw this nice 5-minute inverse at 9:55 right here. There was a nice 5-minute inverse, but I couldn't get in because it was still like prior to 10 a.m. So I had to wait for 10 a.m. to drop. And once 10 a.m. dropped, we had a nice 1 minute fair value gap. Wait, yeah, it was right here. All right, so this was the trade, the first trade that I took, and I took a break even on this one actually. So this was my entry. I took my entry right here. Stop loss was at this high right here, and TP was right here. So it was like a one-to-one trade. But unfortunately, I did break even on this trade, and yeah, it fucking sucks. But anyways, man, it happens. I want to break even once this candle closed right here. Yeah. Once the candle came here, I was break even. I feel like I have a big problem with emotions lately. And I need to work on it because, like, I haven't taken any trades for 1 week. It's been 1 week. Today was the first day that I took a trade in February. Like in the last 2 weeks. No, yeah. Yeah, I think I didn't take any trades for 2 weeks actually. Today was the first day I took a trade on my live account. And yeah, I felt like I don't know, maybe I had like I was I was feeling like scared to be honest. So that's why I moved my break even pretty fast. Even though I shouldn't like do it, I should have just like leave my stop loss where it is. And if I did it, I would fucking bang for today. I wouldn't have to look for other trades, but anyways, man. So this was the first trade, break even. And then the second trade I took was this trade right here. So basically the second trade was based off of a 50-minute IVG combined with a 50-minute 5-hour gap as well. So this was the trade idea actually. We also had an SMT with ES. If I'm not wrong, there was an SMT. And I took an entry based off of this IVG right here. My entry was here, I think. And same thing, I went break even on that shit. My stop loss was supposed to be here. And my TP, I think it was, yeah, it was a 1-to-1 to be honest. So my TP was like right here. TP was right here. But same thing as the first trade, I basically faded and I was so fucking scared for my life. And I moved to break even once the scandal closed. Wait, once the scandal closed, I once the scandal closed, I fucking moved my stop to break even. And that was so dumb of me to be honest. Like I could have fucking just like leave the trade going on just like the first trade and I would have fucking hit my take profit. But I was so scared. I was like a bitch, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Today was a day where I don't know, I just couldn't like stick to my rules. And I feel like I need to work on my emotions and be scared of like leaving my stop loss where it is because I feel like, bro, if I just let my stop loss where it was, if I was just following my strategy, I would have been good, bro. These two trades would have been two wins instead of two break even. So I feel like I really have to work on it. And the third trade I took was this trade right here, which on this one I didn't go break even. I was like, you know what, bro? Let me just leave my stop loss where it is, and I'll just accept my fate to be honest at this point. And luckily, I had a very good fill right here. So my entry was right here. Stop loss was right here. I was targeting a 1-to-1 to be honest. Yeah, so it was right here. We're just trying to target a 1-to-1. I could have hold for more, but to be honest, bro, I didn't want to risk that much. So basically, the main reason why I took this trade was because we were dancing around this 15-minute gap right here. And I'll be transparent as fuck. This trade wasn't my strategy at all. Like, I don't trade PM session normally. I normally just trade AM session and I'm done with the day. But since today I was feeling emotional and I took two trades and I was like, man, two break even, like, come on, let me just take one more trade. So I took one more trade and luckily I bang on this one. But normally I wouldn't do this. So um, I don't know how to feel about this trade because technically I shouldn't be taking this trade. But I still took it. So this main idea of the trade was that we had an SMT with ES, and since we were dancing on this 15-minute gap right here, we were like kind of like testing it multiple times. And price also tapped into this 5-minute gap, which was inside the 15-minute gap. So I was like, you know what, man? Let me just try my chance on this one. And I kind of wanted some more confirmation from price that we were going to go higher, and I waited for this candle to close and I dropped down to the 1-minute time frame. And basically I took the trade based off of this 1-minute FVG right here. So I took this trade even though I wasn't really like following my rules, and I did TP. Luckily I did TP, but I really have to work on my emotions to be honest. Like I feel like if I don't work on them, I'm gonna like lose on the long term. So yeah, this was the trade recap for today. Took 3 trades, ended up the day in green. 2 break even and 1 win. Let's see what tomorrow will give us.